Sunday, September the 18th, 2011, and today I'm about to embark on the longest walk of the summer, approximately 17 miles from Burgess Hill in a circular direction round to Hassocks. This being free walk number 108. Weather today is thus far fine and is pretty much going to be like this all day, with a forecast downpour at lunchtime, approximately an hour, 2 hours long. So hopefully I'll be tucked away in some church at that point having my lunch. Let's see if the gods are on my side. Anyway, it's very autumnal today, quite nippy. No wind though, which is good for a change. It's been windy the last 3 or 4 weeks. And I'm filming outside the station because there's a number of staff around and it might cause problems. Anyway, this is the new exit referred to in the text, where you branch diagonally right to follow the footpath sign. So this is the footpath that we follow for the next kilometre, parallel to the railway line. I would add at this point that it's 11 o'clock, 7-hour walk, so should be done around 6. Hope so, because sunset's at 7 today. Just reached a new 3-armed footpath marker. Don't be fooled by that. Our onward journey's still up that way, I believe, where we come across a 4-armed footpath marker. So here we are. This is the new 4-armed footpath sign. Got the railway over there on the left. It's just started spitting with rain, unfortunately. And there's the kissing gate that we passed through. And the onward journey is over there towards those delightfully sunny hills. Get some of that sunshine over here, please. So the onward journey is 140 degrees down through this avenue of newly planted trees towards the white water tower on the hill. Back towards Burgess Hill from a point near the water tower, which is marked on the map obviously. This walk entails quite a lot of map work and compass bearings today, I notice. Not paragraph numbers, as is the norm. Well, that's good to know that Burgess Hill is a fair trade town. Well, here we are at Well House Farm. The junction of paths here, which you do not go down. But there's the footpath sign, just about visible, stood up. Follow that across the grass. Droplets have left off now, thank God. So let's hope that was the rain. So it looks like at this point we leave civilization for a little while. Lovely. Press on. Some of the scenery beyond the farm. Sun's out now, delightful. Young oaks here. Easy walking along this grassy path. South Downs now in gloomy grey. Much more bird song today. And I'm not just talking about those starlings. Generally speaking, all the birds seem to be back. Now over there in the distance is the presumably what is referred to as a garden centre, I believe, with toilets and a cafe if needed. Following this track, this should lead to the B road mentioned in the text. I'm now stood on the brow of the hill, just before the railway bridge that we do not cross. It's gone grey again. But quite a nice panorama from this point, with the exception of that noisy biplane. And I notice in the very distance over there, there's a windmill, which I believe I've seen before, because I have a sneaking suspicion I've been up Wolstonbury Hill before on one of my walks. Yeah, not there. There she blows. Now I suspect we're going to be seeing that windmill again later. Okay, at the bridge, as mentioned in the text, no indication of the Sussex Border Path here, but apparently this is where we're at. So the onward journey is to my right, 150 degrees, down towards the bottom corner of the field. Okay, here's the Monday group style mentioned in the text, and in fact it would have been a whole lot quicker just to come from that far corner of the field where we were next to the road to this point. However, that is not an official footpath, although clearly some people do that. You do have to go up to the brow of the hill to the bridge to join the Sussex Border Path, as I've just done. Very interesting style this by the Monday group. I haven't come across one of these before, where you can, as it says, lift and clamber over quite easily. There you go. And they even consider the dogs as well with their lift hatches. Guess that's what you get in Sussex. Well, presently in West Sussex. Let's see what happens in East Sussex. And the Monday group are voluntary rights of way workers. Sounds like an interesting thing to do. Obviously up until recently I was a Monday group walker. Okay, now at the poultry farm mentioned in the text, but I've got here more by luck than judgment. It's not clear back in the wooded section of this path whether you turn right or go straight on, so I took a gamble on going straight on as opposed to going right, which it appears that you do on the map. And luckily I've ended up here by Four Fields free range poultry farm. And these chickens are not scared of me at all, so they must be familiar with walkers. Good stuff, look at them foraging there. So here we are, in with them. Path cuts right across their field. I'm not sure I'm on the right path at the moment, because the organic farm I've just walked through is Mac's farm, not the Four Fields one referred to in the text. Oh well, all the paths leading to Ditchling at some point, so not to worry. Well, that's good to know. Mac's farm have just planted 18,000 British woodland trees somewhere in there. Yeah, you can just see them poking through, some of them. Young oak there. That's great. And the chickens are doing their bit of grazing. Very pleasant walking on the fringes of Ditchling. Interestingly enough, the Sussex Border Path doesn't actually run down the border. That's a short distance to my right. Dare say it's got historical connections though. So here we are. As I say, found this more by luck than judgment, because I clearly have taken the wrong footpath. I I would suggest that you turn right in that wooded section and follow the footpath round, as opposed to going across a two-plank bridge and going straight on. Anyway, as I say, they all lead to Ditchling anyway, so here we are at Ditchling Old Meeting House, which is a bit unusual in terms of my usual luncheon spots. But I do spot a chair over there, which I will take, seeing as it's approximately 1 o'clock. So this is the suggested lunchtime spot, the Bull. Which does appear to have a tiny little garden over there in the corner. It's quite busy round about, as you can hear me, here behind me. And from another angle, in fact, I continued on, having had second thoughts about that last garden, and I've come across St Margaret's in Ditchling, as you can see there, bang on lunchtime, which appears a much nicer venue. And it's also opposite another alternative pub here, the White Horse, which seems a little quieter than the other one and possibly a bit pleasanter. There's a number of nice cake shops and tea rooms down the street as well. Let's see what this church has got to offer me. Okay, today's lunchtime bench has been donated by the Sindons. And although not particularly tranquil, being next to a road, it's got a pleasant enough view. South Downs there in the distance, and opposite an amazing house or building. I'm not sure what it is. Got some bizarre features like that staircase there. Very old, possibly Tudor. Very interesting. Okay, lunch has been had. It's now about 2:10 and we're back on track. This footpath sign to the Downs is hidden at the junction of Beacon Road and Clayton Road, but this should help you find it, next to a little stream down below there. Fairly obvious which way the path is now. So just leaving the pleasant little village of Ditchling. Very nice it was as well. And this is what awaits us. The ascent to Ditchling Beacon, which is the high point of the walk at about 250 metres. Couple of billy goats gruff at Park Barn Farm. This one's bolder than the other. Well, he would be as a man in black. Not sure who Wilma was, but I'm sure the author of this walk will be knowledgeable on that. But she's passed on to the farmyard in the sky, apparently. Sad. Still in point 7 of the text, we're now following the Sussex Border Path again, in a south-southwesterly direction for 1300 metres. Absolutely delightful this walk so far, mainly thanks to it not raining. Ascending Ditchling Beacon, about a quarter of the way up, and once again there's one of those windmills in the distance. Not the ones we're going to be seeing later though, Jack and Jill. Perfect walking weather now, temperature wise anyway. Nice and cool. Further delightful views ascending Ditchling Beacon. Looking into Combe Bottom, and in the distance over there on the left I can see it's absolutely pouring down. Not sure if that's visible on the camera, but look at that. Let's hope it stays away from me though. Just that little section over there. Very localised. So here we are at the top, point 8 in the text. That's the gate that is that takes you onto the South Downs Way, which you can go through, but I'm going to turn right. But look at this for views, eh? No matter where I roam, I will return to my English rose. Quote Paul Weller. Delightful. And did those feet in ancient times comes to mind. And on the other side you've got the sea, clearly visible today, and I'm not sure what town that is. Could well be Brighton. That white tower would probably tell us, but nice and clear today. Not often I get up on the South Downs and I can see that side, usually misty. That was Brighton, as indicated here on this Kema post, which is the direction I've just come from apparently. South Downs Way, and again in the distance behind, the English Channel. Looking back at Ditchling Beacon there, just mentioned that that's 234 metres above sea level. So we're pretty high up, 750 foot, thereabouts. Okay, here's the unarmed footpath marker with 17 on it, which is the way we go for a mile, for 1.25 kilometres, to again follow the Sussex Border Path down there, with fine views over Brighton by the looks of it. There's another path here called Chattree and the Windmills, downs on your doorstep. One final look at the views over there. Further views from path 17. I just felt a couple of spots of rain, so fingers crossed, that's all I feel. Because this is a delightful walk and it'd be a shame not to be able to film it all. So we've just reached the second junction and we turn right here without going through that gate over there. We'll just add that we're at the very beginning of point 9. It's 3 o'clock and the small stile referred to there has never been a small stile by the looks of this old gate, but it certainly fits in with the description in terms of being a fenced in footpath northwards. There's an old walk here called the North Brighton Countryside Trail, just where we're about to turn left across open country in point 9. Some lovely views from here as well. The footpath marker's gone in here. Obviously we're continuing 290 degrees, pretty much westwards. Now about to pass by the golf course. That lovely cloud, great shape. I haven't seen anyone on this golf course yet. Pyecombe. There's the old Jack and Jill windmills in the distance. Plenty of partridges just been disturbed by me on this walk. Just in that little bit of woodland there, amongst the gorse in particular. Looking down on Pyecombe, and in the distance there the road bridge over the M23 or A23, can't remember which I have crossed before, I believe. It's about 3:15 now, so it's a bit late really, this particular spot for lunch. Far better to have it at Ditchling, I would have thought. Bench deemed to be suitable for picnicking outside Pyecombe Church. Well, here we are at Pyecombe Church, which is clearly ancient. One to check out on Google for those that are interested. Look at that tower. You can tell it's ancient by that. It's got a very interesting gate as well, which I shall show you in a second. Yeah, the unusual aspect of this gate is that it opens in a circle. So you push one side and the other side moves around as well. Never seen a gate like it. There's 2 new things I've seen today. Unusual name as well. The Transfiguration Pyecombe. I won't be filming the pub here, but continuing onwards north to Wolstonbury Hill, which is next to this village sign over there in a street called the Wyche. There's another possible picnic site here with a bench and a chair in the background there on the ascent of Wolstonbury Hill, which I'm now doing. Stone Chat or something similar there. Not 100% sure what that is. It's a chat anyway, I believe. Almost on top of Wolstonbury Hill. Rain's left off again now. I had a little shower just now, hence no recording. And as you can see over in the distance there, still pouring down. Luckily this side, there's Wolstonbury, remains dry, fingers crossed. Although invariably it's going to end up coming this way with a southwesterly wind. The 206 metre trig point of Wolstonbury Hill, and it's just about to start raining again, so that shower over there is coming this way. So I better hurry up with this. Let's get that out of the way. Better hurry up with this panorama. Yeah, Brighton's not now visible, so grey. Yeah, I have been up here before, I know, because I recorded those windmills, the Jack and Jill ones. Shame, still, could be worse. Beginning of point 13 in the text, the notches in the footpath downhill, which is quite steep, into the wooded area, and views northward. Walking along the east-west bridleway mentioned in paragraph 13, and confirmation that we're in the National Trust's Wolstonbury Hill estate. Has now stopped drizzling, thank God. Didn't last long, about 20 minutes. Point 13, follow the path to the right of the blue arrow on the post, which is down there, as opposed to straight ahead. You can hear traffic now in the background. Wild roses there, what's left of them, and in the background Wolstonbury Hill, which we've just descended. Clearly someone round here doesn't want you knowing the true directions, because there's the bridleway sign just before Foxhole Cottages. It's been knocked down, so I'm not sure where to go from here. Looking back at Wolstonbury Hill, having just come through Foxhole Shore and standing next to what I believe to be Randolph's farm, and heading north towards what I believe to be Bedlam Street, appropriately named, over there in the distance. Sunflowers being harvested. Nice old tractor there. And there you go, field of sunflowers, little baby ones. Just in Bedlam Street now. Shot of the downs starting at Turley Hill from Bedlam Street. Undulating shapes. Round to Wolstonbury. Point 15, where you turn right beyond Wanbarrow Farm to follow the stream northwards, the footpath signpost is actually a 4 directional post, not 3 as mentioned in the text, and it's next to a kissing gate. I just did pass on the right a three-armed footpath post, which confused me a bit. But anyway, I'm on the right one now. So turn right at this point. Hurstpierpoint Church. From just outside Hurstpierpoint. Sun's out again now, delightful. In both cases the stiles have now been replaced by kissing gates. Late afternoon, following the footpath towards Hurstpierpoint College. It's about 5:15 now. Famous Hurstpierpoint College. Yep, and that's the time. Going to be lucky to get that 6:20 train at this rate. The playing fields. This is what money gets you. Wish I could be like David Watts. It's 18:05. There's no way I'm going to do 1 kilometre in 15 minutes. So I might as well slow down a bit. Someone put in the feedback that they got lost across the section on the golf course. I didn't. The rusty kissing gate is still there, but I questioned 130 metres. I think it's more than that. You just have to keep going down that path by the golf course and you will reach the kissing gate, and it becomes quite clear then which way you go, following the path across a dry stream. Bad news is Man United have won yet again, so I've just seen on my phone. Man City drew, so someone's got to peg United back. Okay, got back in time. It's 6:15. Train leaves in 6 minutes time. That was a great walk. Nice variety. Just about the right length. 17 miles or thereabouts. Delightful. Couple of muddy patches. Particularly slippery coming down Wolstonbury Hill because of it being chalk. Aside from that, the walk was fine. Pretty level walking away from the hills. So all in all, a good walk. Free walk 108 completed. Delightful.